Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're going to give it just a few minutes for people to filter in, and then we'll get started. Just waiting for a few more people to add in, and we'll be getting started. All right, looks like our numbers are stabilizing, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining today. You are at the UC Davis Continuing and Professional Education Winemaking Certificate Information Session. My name is Christy Craig. I am your enrollment coach for this program, and I am here to answer any questions that you have. I am available through private appointment, which you may schedule through Calendly. You can also reach out to me directly by phone or email, and my direct contact information is on the screen. Please do feel free to jot those down, and we'll also add to the chat my Calendly link, so that way if you have questions after the conclusion of our information session and you would like to touch base, we can absolutely schedule time to meet through that link there. All right, so that is in the chat. Feel free to make note of that or schedule at the conclusion of the information session if you would like further assistance. Also note that I will be more than happy to answer questions at the end of the session. You will be able to put your questions in the Q&A function throughout the entire program, and I will be sure to address all of those at the conclusion. If you cannot see the presentation at this point, or if you are having any trouble hearing me, please do put note into the Q&A, and I'll be able to take note of that throughout the presentation as well. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, our agenda today, we're going to discuss the Winemaking Certificate Program. We're also going to discuss the short courses, which are available through the remaining of the year. We offer those both in person and some online. We're going to highlight the in-person options for you. And then again, at the end, we'll discuss that any questions that you have during that Q&A portion. All right. So who are our courses for? That's always one of the top questions that comes in. Our students vary from generational winemakers to those with personal interests that are just looking to enter into the industry. So we service all those that have interest in winemaking. We offer an asynchronous program that will provide you a scientific and technical framework for production winemaking. This also includes an emphasis on understanding the chemistry and microbiological processes of winemaking. So now we're going to go ahead and hear a short video from Grady Wan, who is our program director, and you'll get to learn a little bit about what the certificate entails.
Winemaking is a wonderful combination of science and art. We may be dealing with the same grapes every year, but the composition of those grapes and the resulting wine will be different. And our winemaking choices along the way can help shape the wine into the product that we really want to see. Hi, I'm Grady Wan. I'm an instructor and the program director for the Winemaking Certificate Program. So the Winemaking Certificate Program is not a recipe for how to make great wine. It is a program to help you understand the chemistry and the science behind the winemaking process. It offers the possibility of helping you understand how the decisions that you make along the way of the winemaking process can affect the resulting wine style. I think students that go through the Winemaking Certificate Program will be enriched both in their understanding of the basic chemistry behind the winemaking process, but they also establish relationships with other students that continue well beyond the program. To have a student who doesn't think they understand chemistry well or doesn't have a good background in sciences, and you're able to communicate to them and have them gain an understanding that helps them in their winemaking process, that's for me where the real joy is.
All right. So our winemaking certificate features a lot of unique qualities. It also covers a lot of topics. We created this program to offer the opportunity for learning from anywhere in the world. So I am going to go ahead and drop in the chat a link to the website so you can explore a little more into the program and all that it has to offer. And we will go ahead and discuss a little bit more about the certificate now. All right, so the logistics of this program is that it is a 5 quarter long courses. Each of those courses are 11 weeks long, and you must complete the introduction course as well as the chemistry, basic chemistry for winemakers prerequisite prior to applying for the program. Now, there are equivalent courses that you may take for both of those that we will discuss in the next slide. But just so you know, there are 2 prerequisites to the program, an introduction to wine and winemaking, as well as a chemistry course. This program generally takes about 15 to 18 months to complete, depending on if you need that prerequisite course or not. Now, the cost of the program, the introductory course costs $685. At that point, you will determine if you need the basic chemistry for winemakers. That course is $599 and is not included as the certificate cost. The certificate fee is $125. You will pay that at time of application once you've completed both prerequisites and are ready to join the program. There are 4 remaining courses after that to complete the program, and they are $2,000 each. There are additional costs for textbooks on top of that, and those do vary by subject. Now, you are able to take the Introduction to Wine and Winemaking course completely separate from deciding if you'd like to jump into the certificate. That is where I always recommend that students start, because it is a pathway in both directions, whether it be the certificate that you're interested in pursuing or the individual courses. The introduction course is going to lay that foundational component for you. Now, the chemistry prerequisite, we offer a basic chemistry for winemakers. This is a wonderful class that if you're lacking the chemistry requirement or if you're just looking for a refresher, will fulfill all necessary requirements for you to complete this program in one 13-week course. So we offer this course twice a year. We offer it in both summer and winter. Our next course available will be starting January 2nd, and I will go ahead and drop a link into the chat for you. So if you know that you're going to be interested in enrolling in chemistry, you will want to register for the course starting in January. Otherwise, you would need to wait until the summer quarter, which does not begin until late June. So do know that those are available options for you, but our next available is going to be January. Now, that does not mean by any means that you must wait until January to get started in the program. You do have the opportunity to jump right into the introduction course without chemistry, and I will give you a little more detail on that one as well, but I'm going to provide you that link in the next slide. Discussing the equivalencies for this chemistry course, you may already have it in your background. Accredited college courses do not expire, so if you took chemistry back in 2015, not a problem. As long as you feel that you are familiar enough with the topics of chemistry, then you are more than welcome to apply for the program with that course as fulfilling your prerequisite. Now, while we do offer the basic chemistry for winemakers with us, you are also welcome to take it at a local community college course or any online accredited college. There are many available to you. You're welcome to take a general chemistry course as well as organic or inorganic. It really is up to you, but it is a nice blend that we offer of all areas when you do take the basic chemistry for winemakers. So jumping into the next slide, it's going to give you a little more information on what this basic chemistry for winemakers course covers. So it does carry all components necessary for you to be successful in the program within the one course. So it covers the basic general, biological, and organic chemistry course. It is offered in the same format as the other courses. So it is fully asynchronous. There are no scheduled days or times that you're required to sign on. It is 13 weeks long for this course. So the way that the asynchronous works is the class opens on Monday. You will have a week's worth of content that you will need to complete by the end of the week. And this success requirement for workload in the chemistry course is anywhere from 16 to 20 hours. So know that it is taught at a graduate study level, and it does have a high volume of content for the 13 weeks. All right, let's go ahead and jump in to the next course. All right, so the sequence of courses that you will be taking is the Introduction to Wine and Winemaking. That is offered every quarter, just like every single one of these courses here. So every class is offered every quarter, and they are all offered in an asynchronous format. So you really do have a lot of flexibility with this program. The Introduction to Wine and Winemaking requires anywhere from 7 to 10 hours a week commitment. All other courses, including the basic chemistry, have that higher workload, anywhere from 16 to 20 hours, and are taught at a graduate study level. Each of our courses does carry academic units. If you are looking to transfer towards a degree, you will earn a total of 16.5 academic units within the certificate completion. So let's go ahead and switch gears now. I am going to drop in a link to the Introduction to Wine and Winemaking course. So you could pursue that one a little further. We have 2 start dates for that one. Our next is fall, which begins September 25th. And we also are offering winter, which begins January 8th. The Introduction to Wine and Winemaking is the only course that can be taken in combination with the basic chemistry for winemakers. So if fall doesn't work for you, but winter does, and you know that you're going to have a little extra bandwidth, know that you can register for both of those courses. However, it is a far heavier workload. You can also take chemistry prior to introduction. It's completely up to you. But we are registering for those 2 dates now. So take a look at the chat and you'll be able to see those outlined. All right, so let's go ahead and switch gears real quick and discuss the winemaking short courses. So the winemaking short courses are available on a quarterly basis. We post different course offerings. Some are in person, some are online, and Julie Brindley would be more than happy to assist with any questions that you have about those courses. I will be providing her content in the upcoming slides, so that way you'd be able to reach out by phone or email, whatever works best. But Julie Brindley is available to discuss all of our short courses available to you. So through the remainder of 2023, we're offering 2 more in-person courses. These are short courses. Our first course is a 2-day course held on campus, and that is our accounting and finance for the vineyard and winery. This course is, again, 2 days long, held on campus, and that is an in-person class. We are also offering a 1-day class, which is current issues in vineyard health, and that is taking place on December 5th. So do go to our short course links, and I am going to drop once again into the chat a link for you to be able to look into those short courses. All right, so I have dropped that in the chat now. Know that we are constantly adding courses to this. So if you see one in the Notify Me section, which you can find by scrolling all the way down to the base of that page, feel free to put in your information. All it's going to ask for is your name and email address. And what will happen is when we do schedule that course, you'll be notified by email that the course is now available, and it will provide you the link to register if you choose. So know that we do have a constant ad of short courses available, both in person and online. These courses tend to range from 1 day to 5 day courses, and this tends to be used for a multitude of reasons. People will take the certificate, and those that don't have access to in-person or practical application opportunities to expand their skills are more than welcome to register for short courses. Those will allow you the opportunity to get into the field or into the vineyards and be able to have that hands-on practical application. Also, those that are not interested in pursuing a certificate but are looking to enhance their skills are also welcome to take these short courses without any prerequisite requirement, and they are open enrollment, so you can register for them at your leisure. Okay, let's provide some information for you. Oops, I apologize. Let me start that one more time. Went just a little too far there. Sorry about that. So here are the links for email and phone number to Julie Brinley, who again is available for short course information. Myself, who I am more than happy to discuss the certificate with you and any of your questions about outline and application process. And then we also have a contact here for Suzette Odom. She is our financial advisor, and she is available to discuss financing your certificate. I will also provide you her information into the chat, as well as a link to explore different ways for you to finance your certificate. Our program is fully VA approved, and there also are workforce training funds available if that applies to you. So I will drop that into the chat one more time. All right, so Suzette Odom's information is there, phone number, email, as well as the link to our financing page. Looks like we have a few questions in the chat, and this is your time for Q&A. So I am going to go ahead and launch a quick poll. If you would not mind, please completing that for me. I'd love the feedback on this information session, and I'll jump in and start answering some of your questions. All right, so it looks like we have one question. If you have any chemistry in your background, whether it be international or domestic, it absolutely counts. So there's no need for you to retake a chemistry course if that applies to you. When you complete the application, you will simply be asked where and when you completed your chemistry course, and you will fill that in. Great question. Okay, let's see. I have another one here. Can I take the winemaking introduction and chemistry course at the same time? Yes, you are welcome to take both of the courses in winter or summer quarter if you would like. Just know that it is a heavier workload. So the introduction course again requires anywhere from 6 to 10 hours commitment to success. And the chemistry course is taught at a graduate study level. So you will be needing to commit anywhere from 16 to 20 hours for that course. So please know that that would be a much heavier workload, but if you are able to have that, you are more than welcome to take both of those courses together within the winter quarter. All right, looks like the next question is there a way to view those short courses on campus for people living out of state? For the in-person short courses, they are not broadcast. So it would be a matter of either you traveling to campus for those days, or we do offer other short courses available in an online format. So please do pursue our website and see what courses may interest you that are up and coming. You're able to see which courses are available exclusively online or exclusively in person. We do not currently offer a hybrid option or broadcasting for the in-person. All right, the next question. Is WSET training equivalent to the Introduction to Wine and Winemaking course? If so, which level diploma? Yes. So for the Introduction to Wine and Winemaking, there are quite a few equivalencies that you are welcome to look into. If you go to the Introduction to Wine and Winemaking link that I provided, it will give you further detail. We do recommend that you have the WSET 4 diploma or the WSET 3 with winemaking experience. So you are more than welcome to submit your application. If you do still need the chemistry, I would recommend that you look into our basic chemistry for winemakers. Otherwise, once you do complete a chemistry course, you would be welcome to submit your application, notating your WSET experience and diploma in combination with the in combination with the basic chemistry for winemakers for the approval of acceptance into the certificate program. Okay, are the short courses electives? Are only the 5 online classes required for the certificate? So the short courses are completely separate from the certificate program. Those are different opportunities for the public, as well as those in the certificate program, to advance in different areas, much like electives. However, they are not a combination with the certificate. So if you are interested in pursuing a short course, that is absolutely fine. You are welcome to, and it is open for enrollment to anyone. Now, the certificate program is 5 courses: the Introduction to Wine and Winemaking, the Wine Production course, the Wine Stability, Quality Control, and Viticulture for winemakers. Those 5 classes earn you your certificate in winemaking from UC Davis Continuing and Professional Education. So only those 5 courses are required for your certificate. Next question is, what support do you provide certificate students with career searches? What careers have you seen certificate students obtain? Is there an alumni group for the winemakers? There is a vast alumni group for our winemakers. Our program has been in place now almost 40 years, and our alumni group is something that you are able to join at the completion of your certificate, and you are welcome to opt in at that time. It is not a requirement, but yes, we do absolutely encourage it, because the networking and connections that you will make through the alumni group are always amazing for pursuing different career opportunities and just different networking connections that will lead you to greater experiences and greater just the networking within the wine industry, different outlets that you can pursue on a global basis. So for the career search, our platform, which is Canvas, that you will use for your courses, does have a built-in career opportunities link where you are able to go into that, and it provides you a lot of different opportunities. Once you sign in, you are able to pursue different objectives. You can build your resume. There is a function within where you can test your interviewing skills. It also does have a career search within, so you are able to pursue different titles, view the salary range for those, and then also interact with different platforms within that job or career services platform. So please do utilize that when you decide to set up your student account. All right, the next question. Could you please comment on the practical approach of the online course regarding the sensory aspect of winemaking? How is the basic side covered when it is not in person? That is a great question. So when it comes to our sensory course, because we are on a global scale there, we're not able to all come together and have an in-person tasting. Part of your cost for the course will be to basically fill a shopping list. We provide the class a list of different supplies to gather, and once you have those, there are open office hours that the instructor is able to elaborate and be able to have different live tastings that way, but you will pursue the sensory aspects through tasting independently. So you will be provided a shopping list, you'll have that information, and then you'll be able to pursue that sensory aspect with discussion through the course and your instructor. So as far as the practical approach, it is independent. All right, the next question. Are the courses transferable to the viticulture and or enology graduate programs? The program, the certificate program, earns you 16.5 academic units that are transferable to any degree program that is accepting of the program units. So this goes across the board for any transfer to any college from any transferable unit standpoint. It is always up to the accepting college if they take those courses. So you would need to reach out to the college of your choosing to verify the program. You will receive a transcript with this program. Each course is letter graded. You must receive a grade of C or higher to move forward. And then you will also receive a GPA for the entire program. So yes, these units are transferable as long as the college is accepting. This is a academically accredited program, so these will be transferable units. Thank you for asking that. Great question. How interactive are the online courses between the students and the instructor? So as far as the requirement, there is none. As far as the opportunity, there is quite a bit. So each instructor does offer open office hours with themselves and the entire class for different discussion topics, weekly industry updates, test prep, being able to answer any question in a live collaborative setting. Now, when it comes to independent, if you do have questions throughout the week, your instructors are there for you. Even though you are in an online setting, by no means does that mean that you are working fully independently. You have opportunity to interact with your instructors through phone, Zoom, email, whatever works best, and you're able to work that with your instructor. Now, those open office hours are highly utilized. However, if you're not able to attend, they are recorded and provided for you. So I do recommend that you do take the time to review those sessions, even if you're not able to attend live, because there is a lot of valuable information covered. Also, you'll have the opportunity to interact with your classmates. So please do utilize that. I will say that the winemaking certificate tends to have the largest student group that set up study sessions and interactive communications throughout the entirety of it. And I do believe that that is because of the value of networking within the industry. Okay, next question. Is there someone who can check and confirm if a college level chemistry you have taken in the past qualifies as a sufficient prerequisite for the chemistry requirement in this program? Yes, that is me. Please feel free to send over any questions that you have about your chemistry course directly to me. My email is on the screen, and I am more than happy to review that. You can send me a breakdown of the course description. You can send me whatever you have to discuss with it, any questions, I'm more than happy to review that. So yes, please send that over to me and I will make sure that that works. We do request that for your chemistry, that it at least be a general chemistry level, not an introductory. It just doesn't cover quite enough information. So a general chemistry level would be sufficient. Okay, our next question. Is there also a viticulture certificate program available? We are actually going to be launching a viticulture certificate program in about a year. We are about 12 months out from that. However, it is coming. So we will be offering that. It will be completely separate from the winemaking certificate. But yes, in 2025, we are looking to launch our viticulture certificate program. So coming soon. Our next question. Do those who obtain the certificate find themselves to be competitive in the wine industry, or do most employers prefer a degree in viticulture and enology? It really does depend on the employer. So it also depends on the position that you're looking to obtain. Our course will make you completely fluent in all of the formalized education from soil to bottle. So when you are looking to work in winemaking, our certificate covers everything that you will need and is recognized globally. So when you are looking into working at a specific employer, it would be wonderful for you to be able to reach out to them and identify their needs. Some industry requires a degree. Others require a certificate. I've had people come to this program that have a degree and are looking for a certificate in winemaking to expand upon that. So it really does depend on what you're looking for and where you're looking to go. All right, so let's see here. Next question is, what is the difference between winemaking and viticulture and enology degree? Let's see here. So when you are looking at the viticulture and enology, that is a degree that we offer through the main campus. When you are looking at winemaking, that is the certificate that we offer through continuing and professional education. So our certificate is offered online, fully online, in an asynchronous fashion, where when you're looking for the degree program on campus, that does still require your in-person presence, and you would need to reach out to the main campus for acceptance requirements and guidelines. So please do feel free to do so. And if you are interested in the degree, you are more than welcome to email me and I can provide you a direct contact. Let's see, our next question. Do you have to have a certain GPA for enrollment into the program, or is there any requirement to note to the enrollment? There is not. So for our program, it is for the working professional. We do not require any degree for you to complete this program. We simply require that you meet the 2 prerequisites, which is the introduction to wine and winemaking and a chemistry course. If you do not have an outside chemistry course, we do offer the basic chemistry for winemakers that is available to you. With that, as long as you receive a grade of C or higher, a C- will not cut it, a grade of C or higher throughout each of the courses of the certificate, you will earn your certificate at the completion of the 5 courses, as long as you have the prerequisite, or the 6 courses if you're taking the prerequisite with us. Great question. Thank you for that. The certificate very much differs from the degree program. We're not requiring, an acceptance into UC Davis, where with continuing and professional education, we don't require a certain GPA, prior degrees. This is for adult learning, and this is about you learning career opportunity advancement or starting within the industry. So know that by no means, because you do not have a prior degree, are you not eligible to take this program. We welcome you, and the pursuit of a formalized education in winemaking is what we are hoping that you are able to achieve with us. Are there any other questions that I may help with at this time? I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing that poll. Thank you so much for completing that. Okay. Well, if that is all your questions, I greatly appreciate your time. Please do feel free to schedule any direct appointments with me if you have additional questions. Also, be sure to look to your email tomorrow afternoon. You will receive a copy of this information session. And thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining today. Have a great day.